Greetings, Famicom Dojo. Here we are 1 week later. I did the Ring Fit Adventure every day this week. Actually, I haven't done it yet today, but I'm going to do it after. Because I've switched my workout time to the evening because otherwise I just can't do it. And we'll talk more about that later. But so I've done it 6 times now, and I'm just going to give you some impressions of how it's been going. So the first day I went for in-game 10 minutes and 49 seconds. Now I should explain something about how this game records time. It only actively records when you are exactly doing something. The timer stops anytime you're not exercising. So for example, when you're squeezing the ring like this, the timer is ticking, but when it's released, it's not. When you're jogging, it's being recorded, but anytime you're at a menu, you're reading some text, anything like that, it's not recorded. So my workout was maybe 45 minutes long, but it recorded 10 minutes and 49 seconds of in-game workout time, which doesn't sound like a lot, but as you can see from the first video, it was surprisingly effective. Anyway, I wanted to push it a little more the second day, but I was a little nervous too because I was actually sore the next morning in my legs. I was actually sore from probably the squats were what did it. So I was a little nervous to continue, but by the evening I was feeling pretty good. So I put in 16 minutes and 50 seconds that next day, and burned off a lot more calories. It was great. It was really nice. That's the time I had to move upstairs because I realized that the living room was too close to where the baby's sleeping. So I needed to move it upstairs, which is still an imperfect solution because upstairs you can kind of hear from downstairs, but it's better. That first night was pretty loud though because I wasn't really set up for it. My feet on the ground when I was jogging made a lot of noise. Day 3 I did even more. I did 21 minutes and 27 seconds. This was the longest workout thus far, and one of the reasons is because I was beating World 2. By the way, it gets a lot harder as you go along, but also a bit easier because as you gain levels, you can gain more hearts, more life, and your attack power goes up. But the enemies get quite a bit stronger. The suggested exercises got a little harder too. We introduced newer attacks that could be put in. I'm also starting to unlock some skills. Being able to do color-specific attacks, things like that. Day 3 was also kind of one of the drawbacks of well, not Ring Fit Adventure per se, but just starting an exercise routine, is that I really can't exercise until my kids are in bed. You know, all the housework is done. You know, things like that. It's something I do after the whole house has settled, but by the time that happens, it's usually around 10 o'clock. I want to start earlier because I have work early in the morning. But so I was kind of like hurrying everybody to okay, get your bath taken, let's eat dinner, let's get this done. And my wife rightfully complained that, you know, they're feeling we're being rushed for the workout. So we made a compromise. You know, wherever we are, I can start my workout at 10 o'clock. It's still later than I'd like to start exercising, but I think it's about as good as we can do. I'll exercise from 10 to about 10:45, 11, depending on how much I'm doing in the workout. Then I'll take a shower, and then I'll put in the laundry, and then I'll get some sleep. So it's an imperfect solution, but it allows me to continue exercising, and that's why now my alarm on the Wii goes off at 10 o'clock. Yes, it has a little alarm. It'll actually light up the light here and vibrate to let you know it's time to work out. It's very, very cool. Day 4, the 24th, was my longest workout this week. I clocked in 29 minutes and 58 seconds. I really should have done 2 more seconds to get to that half hour, but you have to go to stages. So I could add another 5 minutes to it, but it would be impossible to add just 2 seconds. But anyway, it was great. I had a little extra time that evening. I just went longer. I really pushed it. It felt great. I added carpet upstairs, so now I have like a little workout room. I'm hoping that it's not going to start smelling, because that's where I'm sweating, where I'm. I don't know. I'll figure it out as it goes along. But I've got some carpet up there right now, and it cushions some of the sound. And I also wear socks, which helps cushion it too. So that's going on. So that really helped to have a place where it's all set up and ready to go. The TV is much smaller, but that's not a real big concern, and I can work out. I still have to be quiet. On October 25th, that would be day 5, I beat World 3. That was quite a boss battle. Now we're getting to the point where you can use items and things like that. You can upgrade your wardrobe, which has different attack and defense skills. You can make smoothies by collecting ingredients or buying them in the store with the gold coins you've collected. And they do things like a spinach smoothie restores 1 heart, a super spinach smoothie restores 2, a strawberry smoothie lets you do a red attack more. Red attack is, I think, arms? I don't remember. Banana smoothie does the yellow attack more. It's starting to get more into the system. I like that. It gives it more variety. It makes it feel more RPG-ish. But on the other hand, it kind of gets in the way of my workout to have to do management, especially the way this controls. So to get a smoothie, I have to get to the menu, which does involve me needing to press a button on here. And then I can navigate with the ring. But like to get it to go up, you've got to kind of twitch it like that. To go to the side, you do it like that. And to make a smoothie, you squeeze, which is kind of cool. I like that. But just even to drink one. So I've found myself just navigating with a control pad because it's easier, but it kind of breaks up my workout. I'm doing a couple different exercises, then I got to stop to get the smoothie. I wonder if there's a way that could be assigned to just one button or something. I haven't explored that a lot. I'll get into that. I'll check into that later. This is the 26th of October. I put in 24 minutes and 23 seconds. And today we introduced 2 new exercises because you unlock them as you unlock levels. And one of them was this leg stretch thing. Like basically reminds me of like the Thigh Master that they used to advertise in the 80s. Oh my gosh, I'm old. Which is good. As I said, I cycle, so my legs are actually pretty strong. So those ones are kind of easier for me than the arm ones. But it's nice to have a good variety. It also added planks, which are kind of like an intense push-up, and I dislike them tremendously. Ring Fit allows you to take out or add in different exercises if you want. You basically have a slate of 6 exercises that you do and can use on the basic bosses. I always put it on random because if I get to choose, I'm always going to do the easier ones, or the ones that do the most damage to these enemies. And that's probably the way you're supposed to play it if you're playing it to beat it. But I put it on random, and I've kept planks in there, even though I hate them. I hate them so much, but I hate them because I have not developed that muscle group. And so I think because I hate them means that I need them more. So, kept planks in there. Don't like them. We've also got the bow, which it feels like archery, and at first I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. But you're supposed to do 20 of them, basically. And it really does give you a workout. Yesterday, October 27th, was my 7th day of doing it. I guess I thought it was only 6, but yes, it has been 7. Tonight's exercise will be the start of week 2, so that'll be number 8. Anyway, I went for 24 minutes and 13 seconds, but again, I should point out that the exercise itself went on for quite a bit longer than that, usually about twice as long, because you also have like cool down exercises and warm up exercises, and those aren't counted. Plus any reading of menus, selecting worlds, basically anytime you're not actively moving, including when you're in the game, like learning to do a new exercise, any of those things. The time in between, like a lot of the exercises have you put the controller down and do something on the floor. During the process of setting that up and moving, you're still moving, but those bits aren't being counted. So it sounds like it's a limited amount of time, but I've probably put in about 6 or 7 hours worth of exercise this week. But actual in-game time is probably about 3.5. About 3.5 hours. Okay, results. How do I feel? I feel great. I honestly do. It's hard to get started because again, I'm starting so late. I'm working out so late, but it feels great to do the workout and to push myself a little bit farther. As I said, I've kind of been upping my time since that first workout, and I'm going to try next week to do at least 30 minutes a day. I haven't even done 30 minutes at all yet, but I'm going to try to push it there. Also, I've been steadily, since about Wednesday, I've been steadily raising my difficulty level by 1 or 2 notches each day. So there's 4 main difficulty levels, but in between them there's a lot of variation. But when I find that I'm getting that the exercises are getting a little too easy, or what's really cool is the heart rate monitor takes your heart rate and it tells you whether you're kind of pushing it or not. Like, I mean, obviously they can't tell everything, but based on how your heart rate is, whether you're doing intense exercise, whether you're doing moderate, whether you're doing light. So I noticed that I was getting that it said I was doing light exercise, even though I was feeling pretty tired. So I've been upping it. So I'll keep doing that until it gets to the point where I feel I can't. By the way, I gotta point out at this point that the advertisements for like this exercise are totally wrong. I mean, they show these happy, smiling people just, it's just laughing and but this is how I look when I'm exercising usually. I mean, maybe those people are just in better shape than I am, or I mean, it's an intense workout, like surprisingly so. Because I had to adding hand weights when I was doing Wii Fit, because I felt that the workout wasn't making me sweat, wasn't really making me. I think it did great for my flexibility and things like that, but I wasn't getting the type of workout that I wanted, so I added weights that I would carry while I did that workout. And I thought I'd probably have to do the same here, but nah, just this simple thing, which is way sturdier than it looks. I mean, it's taken a lot of abuse already, is providing a really good workout. Okay, something I forgot to do last week was to get a baseline for my measurements. So I brought in an expert. Come over here, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Are you qualified to do this?
Yes.
You're qualified to do this. Okay. You worked retail for a number of years. All right. Well, are you ready?
Yeah.
I know you don't want to. You can cover your eyes if you don't want to see this, but okay.
Oh, naked?
What?
Yes. Okay. Where do you want? Like a tummy?
I guess so. Like, what would be your normal waist measurement, or I mean, what do you usually use to measure how fat someone is?
I guess tummy.
Tummy? Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Wonder if I can reach. I'm gonna, do around the belly button.
I wonder if I can reach. Oh my goodness. I've waited way too long to do this. Okay. Should I push my stomach out?
Oh no, just normal.
Just stand normal. Okay.
Yes. Can you go a little bit up?
Oh, up here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Make it straight.
Okay.
Make sure it's all straight. Okay.
Okay, what am I at?
Whoa.
Don't laugh! Oh man.
Okay, it's a 104 centimeter.
104.
104
centimeters. Okay, and I'll calculate that and write what it is in inches here. 104. Okay, that's
That's something. But hopefully, we can see the results soon,
Okay, thank you.
It start with big size.
It might have been bigger last week.
Mm.
So how do you feel about how it's going this week?
I think you're kind of into it, so,
Yeah.
good. But I can, in the middle of the night, I can hear the thump, 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 thump. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily it's just the ring fit. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I got kicked upstairs
Mm-hmm.
because the living room was just too loud.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your support, and we'll keep everyone up to date on that. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Okay, a word about diet. Now, I mentioned last time that I wasn't going to be changing my diet for this because I just wanted to see what would happen with the addition of exercise. And for the most part, I haven't changed my diet. I'm still eating 3 meals with the family or at work, and I'm not really changing the quantity or type of food that I'm eating. However, it would be lying to say that I haven't changed the diet completely because one of the things is I used to love snacking at night. I would, after a hard day's work, once the kids were sleeping, I'd like to put on some YouTube or some Netflix, and I'd sit there and I'd have some popcorn or some chips or something. And I know that's really bad to eat at night. And now I just don't have time. I have to get this workout done. I have to get showered. I have to do all these things. I don't have my watching YouTube kind of chilling time. When I'm finally done with everything, I'm tired, and you know what? I'm not hungry after the workout. I'm thirsty, really thirsty, but I'm not hungry at all after the workout. Plus, because I've been working out, I've been drinking a lot more water in general, and I think that's just like filling the space and leaving me kind of more satisfied with the food I'm eating. Again, I haven't, and maybe because I haven't changed my diet, I'm not feeling that there's something missing. It's time. It's time to weigh in. Let's see. Let's see where I'm at.
Okay, I was at 89.4 last time, so let's see if anything changed. I'm wearing the same shorts that I was wearing last time because I want to get the weight exactly the same. I mean so let's see. 88.2. Nice.
Okay, so I took my weight a couple more times to see if that result was accurate, was real. And yeah, I lost about 2.5 pounds, about 1.2 kilograms. Okay. Now, some provisos, of course. Like, the first couple of pounds are really easy to lose. I mean, everybody says, because they call it, what do they say, water weight or something like that. But it still feels great. It feels great. I want to put this in perspective. This block of cheese right here, this block of cheese is Colby Jack. No, that's not the important part. This block of cheese is 2.5 pounds, so 1.13 kilograms. So actually I lost a bit more than this weight. This amount of, this is not light. This is a fairly hefty piece of cheese. And this is how much less my body weighs this week than last week. Again, there are some normal fluctuations between days. You can be off by a pound or even 2, but I have been keeping track of my weight each day at the same time, which is important. And it has been gradually decreasing, so it's not been wildly up and down. This I weigh this much less is incredibly motivating, and I know the results aren't going to be like this every. Are they? Oh my gosh! What if they were like this every week? But I mean, this is going to give me inspiration to keep going. The other thing that gives me inspiration to keep going is the comments I've received from this video. Thank you so much for everyone leaving words of encouragement. I know that this video is different from what we usually do. It's it is probably our least watched long form video. And I get it. It's not really a retro game or anything like that, but for those who have been watching this far, thank you so much. And I hope that this is going to inspire you guys to give, maybe not Ring Fit Adventure, but maybe try Wii Fit, Dance Dance Revolution, Just Dance, one of the Connect Sports things. I hope that this is going to give everyone inspiration to try it, because if I could do it, I think other people would be able to do it, and probably better. If you want to join our Discord group where we're talking about this, please look at the link in the show notes. And we're promoting ourselves, and we're not shaming each other. We're doing a better job of it than my wife, who laughs when she measures me. But no, she's supporting me as well. So is my family. My daughter's trying the Ring Fit herself, which she really enjoys, and they're really providing me a lot of motivation. So I think that's all I have for today. I don't know if I need to do an update next week. I think it'll depend on whether there's anything to say much, but I will keep you updated in the coming weeks and months as this adventure continues. Again, thank you for sticking with me. This is Vinnk saying hashtag Slimpossible Mission.
Famicom Dojo.